Principle 6, and this is the one where people just want to jump across the table and strangle me. However, it is what it is. Scripts and dialogues work, use them. And so many people say to me, I don't want to use a script because it sounds canned. I don't want to use a script because I don't want to take the time to practice it. I don't want to use a script because I don't want to sound like a telemarketer. I don't want to use a script, whatever. Scripts work. Whether you read them off a piece of paper or whether you practice them to the point where you never have to practice them again, they work. That's the bottom line. Has anybody been to a movie lately? Okay? You remember what movie you saw? Because most people forget.
Yeah, I forgot actually. It hasn't been that recent.
I went to see Invictus Saturday night. Okay? Any other movies?
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes. That's a good one too. I saw that one. Someone said Blindside, right? Listen, every movie that you've ever been to is nothing but a series of scripts. That's all it is. It's actors either reading or memorizing something that they then practice and get in front of a camera and carry out. They're all scripts. Everything is scripted. The words are scripted. The lighting is scripted. The sounds are scripted. The coloring is scripted. The physical movements are scripted. Everything is scripted. But when you watch that movie, does it look like it's scripted? No. It does not. So that's the power of scripts and dialogues. And those of us who don't use scripts and dialogues, I can tell you what's going on in your mind. You're on the phone, you're talking with someone, you say, I hope they don't ask me this question. And the next question they ask you is the one that you wish they weren't going to ask you. And if you haven't practiced or prepared for that, you lose. Because they know that you don't know. So a significant part of what very successful realtors do on a daily basis is practice their scripts. And I know, David, you and Chris are going to go afterwards and lead generate together, right? You practice your scripts and that kind of thing. Top producing agents practice. So why use them? They allow you to focus on the client. They allow you to know what to say next. They allow you to overcome objections. And they give you confidence. Now here's the numbers. People who use scripts versus people who don't outproduce them by 12 to 1. 12 to 1. That alone should get you to the point where you're willing to at least read them off a piece of paper if you have to. You're better off reading them off a piece of paper than not using them at all. Yes, Colleen? Well, absolutely. They allow you to do a lot of things. They help you pre-qualify properly, get to the buyer or seller's true motivation, right? Just help you determine whether or not you really should be working with that person and refer them out. Or they're going to reveal something to you that's going to help you better do your job, right? By using scripts.
Keep on track.
There you go.
I know I have tons of scripts in my head, but I still prospect with the script right in front of me because sometimes you'll forget or you'll see something and you say the perfect thing or you'll have the perfect answer.
Correct. Even if you have them in front of you in bullet point and you practice them, it'll allow you to know how to respond. Now this is just my own personal opinion. If you're not practicing your business, then guess what? You probably violated the Code of Ethics of the National Association of Realtors. Because you have a professional responsibility to do whatever you can do to properly represent your clients. And if you're not doing everything that you can and should be doing to properly represent your clients, then you're allowing yourself to be subject to possibly being brought before the board. Does it happen often? No. However, the best agents in the country, this gentleman right here, Chris Heller, some of you know him, is in the top 100 agents in the country as ranked by the Wall Street Journal. Number 1 in 2 major franchises within 5 years in the world. And the number 1 reason why he is because he practices his scripts and dialogues every day and uses them for 2 hours a day. If you ever meet Chris, and some of you have met him, and you ask him, Chris, why are you so successful at what you do? he'll say, I do what I'm supposed to do every day, which primarily means that I use my scripts and dialogues and lead generate. That's what he'll tell you. He doesn't have some kind of magic answer, some mystical formula that you've never heard of before. He's going to tell you, and virtually every other top producing agent will tell you the same thing.